JJ McCarthy is not ready yet. I have some concerns. Let's talk about it. So, JJ McCarthy, he engineered a pretty good fourth quarter. I saw all the memes on Twitter now that they call X. That in the fourth quarter he turned into Tom Brady. Okay. He did. He played pretty good in the fourth quarter. He did a lot of things, used his legs, and he had a couple good passes. Touchdown to Aaron Jones was nice, and he looked okay. But if I'm a Vikings fan, I am super concerned because you can tell that he has a lot of flaws in this game. And again, this is only his second year. This is basically his rookie season. But I had a lot of concerns about J.J. McCarthy when he came out of Michigan. He was in a very protected offense. A lot of schematics, a lot of smoke and mirrors, and it worked out to their benefit. I mean, you had a lot of NFL players on that team, so he did what needed to be done in that offense. But it did not signal to me that he was a top 15 pick in the last year's draft. To me, I didn't see that. I saw JJ as maybe like a second round quarterback, maybe a third round quarterback. Does he have great intangibles? He does. And he ended up with 13 for 20, 143, 2 touchdowns and a pick and a running touchdown. If you saw the stats, you would say, yeah, he didn't throw for a lot of yards, but he got the job done and he did so much. Kevin O'Connell is a genius. When it comes up to scheming quarterbacks that may be deficient in areas, he is a magician. He is. He really is. The way he schemes up those plays for JJ, he does not. What he does for JJ McCarthy is he does a lot of things of like not putting the ball in harm's way. He does a lot of the same things that Kevin Stefanski does in Cleveland. They can work with quarterbacks that aren't ready yet, are in that development phase, and they can put those training wheels on them. And that's kind of what you saw tonight. And in watching JJ early in the first half of the game, he looked like kind of like a deer in headlights. He threw the pick six. He looked a little confused. The scripting of the plays wasn't working as good as they usually work, and they were down. And the game looked like it was going to get out of hand. And like I said, to the credit of J.J. McCarthy, Brian Flores' defense turned it up the second half. I mean, it did its job to give J.J. McCarthy a chance to rebound and Kevin O'Connell to kind of see what works for J.J. and put him in those positions. So you saw him use his legs more, and there was a lot of safe throws, and Aaron Jones got going. So everything had to work in order for JJ to be successful, and that's kind of the point that I'm getting to. They got to win. They got to win against the Bears and everything else. But to be honest, it looks like he needs to sit like 2 years. He is really a developmental quarterback. Does he have the moxie? Does he have those intangibles that you can't teach? Does he have the prototypical size? He has all of that. The problem is I don't think he has it between the ears as far as processing going, as far as processing goes and going through his reads. I think it's going to take some time. And I think he is a very astute student. He's with the perfect person in Kevin O'Connell that can really work through his game and help him get better and help him progress as a quarterback. But I'm telling you, as Vikings fans now, this is going to be a long season. And listen, they can still go win 11 games. They can still go figure out how to win 11 games because I feel like that coaching staff in Minnesota, coupled with the players that they brought in on defense, you got JJ, of course. Aaron Jones is a valuable running back. They have weapons over there. But that quarterback position is going to be very key, as it always is. And I think you're going to have a lot of growing pains with JJ McCarthy. Listen, that Bears defense isn't that great. Have they spent a little bit of money? They have. They have. Solid at the corner spot. You got Montez Sweat. You know, they got a couple guys over there. But as a cohesive unit, they're not there yet. Wait until it's time for J.J. McCarthy to have to go play the Baltimore Ravens or have to deal with the Philadelphia Eagles or any of those teams that can really get after the quarterback and put pressure on J.J. McCarthy, where you could break some of those schematics that Kevin O'Connell likes to run. It's going to be a problem. And all of a sudden, people are going to be looking at, well, J.J. McCarthy needs to sit. He needs to sit. He's not ready. He's not ready. Well, I'm telling you now, this is game one. He won. He turned it up in the fourth quarter. He's not ready. He's just not ready. And he's going to have to be on a training wheels type of system with Kevin O'Connell. Everything is going to have to go right. If anything falls apart, he's going to have days where he throws three, 4 picks in the game. And what you don't want to do is break his psyche. Like I said, he's a young guy. Seems like he's a great guy from everything I've seen with him. I think he has a great mindset, and I think he can really learn this game and get better. But I think they're in a situation where they are walking a tightrope at this point. I think this is very delicate. And I think you can really break this kid's confidence if he goes up against the right defense and they go up against a team that can put up points in bunches early, and he has to play comeback ball where Kevin O'Connell can't run all those scripts, where he's just going to have to go out there and make plays. Then if he has to go out there and start forcing passes and looking skittish in the pocket, you're going to have problems. Then you're taking 2 steps back with his development. So I think Vikings fans, you guys just need to be very careful with this situation. I was not a fan of them getting rid of Sam Darnold. I thought Sam Darnold, even if you wanted to get the seat ready for J.J. McCarthy, put a 2-year deal together. He's not going to get max. He didn't get max money or anything like that. Put a 2-year deal together and work him in. And, you know, when JJ had another year under his belt where you guys felt like he was developed enough to go through his reads and his progressions, then you could have traded Sam Darnold and probably got a first-round pick for him, because quarterbacks are valuable, whether you think Sam Darnold is the greatest quarterback or not. They're always valuable. And Sam Darnold was progressing in that system, so he would have still looked even more valuable after the year he had with Minnesota. So I think they could have had their cake and eat it too, but they chose not to. And, you know, they got to go with JJ at this point. So, you know, hope it all works out. I think Kevin O'Connell is a genius when it comes to the way he trains his quarterbacks and getting the best out of his quarterbacks with the abilities that they have. But expect a rocky season, at least from the quarterback play. Again, the Vikings can go 11-6. but it's going to be because of all the ancillary pieces around that team. I don't know if it's going to necessarily be JJ McCarthy. To probably get your best out of him, he's going to have to do get a lot of running touchdowns. He's going to have to do a lot of scrambling. He's going to have to make up for a lot in his game for not being a natural passer yet. And if I have my thoughts about it, and my personal opinion, I want a quarterback that's a natural passer first and can improvise second. That be his last go-to thing where the defense just does not know what to do with him. A la Josh Allen, a la Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, where, the improvisation, that is the last thing you get to. But I really don't want a quarterback where they have to only throw for 140 or 50 yards. Then they got to run for 60, to be effective. And I think that's where JJ is right now, to really be effective. So I think the Vikings offensive staff got their work cut out for him. JJ's got his work cut out for him. And they're going to have to develop. So this is like on-the-job training. And as a Viking fan, as the organization, because they've sank a lot of money into this team, all you can do is hope for the best. But like I said, he turned up at the end of the game. He played well, great. But if I had to put an overall grade on him right now, that might have been a C+ at best. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. To the next video. Peace.